Yuri, intrigued by a YouTube video about the true nature of angels, is shocked to discover that their biblical descriptions are way more terrifying than what she's been led to believe. The video showed bizarre, complex figures with numerous eyes and wings, contrasting sharply with the comforting angel images from art and popular culture. Historical portrayals paint angels as intimidating beings like Seraphim and Cherubim, challenging the soft depiction many know today. Recent claims suggest that angels might not be divine at all, but could relate to UFOs, raising questions about encounters described in the Bible. Yuri's perception of angels flips upside down, as she connects biblical references to possible extraterrestrial experiences, leaving her with more questions than answers. Yuri felt a strange sensation and saw a mysterious light outside her window, prompting her to question the truth about angels and divine messages. As she observed the unusual shape glowing in the sky, she received a chilling message on her phone, saying, "Do not be afraid," echoing biblical phrases associated with angels. With her heart racing and feeling watched, Yuri realized that the truth about angels might be more terrifying than she had ever thought. The truth about angels, what we never knew. It was the dead of night. The city was cloaked in darkness, with only the dim glow of a streetlight slipping through the curtains, casting faint shadows on the walls. Yuri sat on her bed, gripping her phone tightly, her fingers slightly trembling. The true appearance of angels? She whispered to herself, staring at the YouTube thumbnail that had appeared on her screen. The title read "The Real Angels Described in the Bible." Yuri, fascinated by myths and the supernatural, clicked out of curiosity, but as the video played, a chill ran down her spine. What she saw was nothing like the angels she had imagined. A massive, almost mechanical structure, its form shifting and twisting, dozens of eyes embedded in enormous, rotating wheels, wings overlapping in layers, pulsating as though they were alive. The metallic sheen of the being glowed under an otherworldly light. It wasn't the ethereal, serene figure with flowing robes and white feathery wings that she had grown up seeing in paintings and churches. This is an angel? An unfamiliar fear gripped her chest. These creatures were not the benevolent guardians of mankind she had believed them to be. They were something far more enigmatic, something incomprehensible. She shut off the video, her pulse pounding. Yet, deep within her mind, a distant memory surfaced, an image she had seen before. Scrambling, she reached for the bookshelf, pulling out a dusty Bible. Flipping hurriedly through the pages, she found what she was looking for: Ezekiel 116. The appearance of the creatures was like burning coals of fire, and, like the appearance of torches moving to and fro, the creatures sped back and forth like flashes of lightning. Each of their wheels had the appearance of a wheel within a wheel, and their rims were full of eyes all around. Her breath hitched. The description was eerily similar to the entity she had just seen in the video. Had humanity been mistaken all along? Were angels something far beyond what we were taught? And more terrifyingly, were they still here among us? The origin of angels more than we were told. Since ancient times, humans have revered divine beings. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam all depict angels as messengers of God, celestial beings that guide and protect. Yet, over the centuries, their image has been softened and romanticized. The depiction of angels we know today call radiant figures with flowing robes and elegant wings was shaped largely by Renaissance painters like Raphael and Rubens. Their art portrayed angels as gentle and serene, reinforcing the idea of heavenly protectors. This image became ingrained in Western culture, appearing in Christmas cards, movies, and even popular media. However, the Bible describes angels in a vastly different manner. These beings are not merely messengers, but terrifying entities beyond human comprehension. Seraphim, 6-winged beings. 2 wings cover their faces, 2 their feet, and with the remaining 2, they fly. Cherubim, creatures with 4 faces, some of a man, 1 of a lion, 1 of an ox, and 1 of an eagle. Their bodies are covered with countless eyes, Ophanim, enormous, living wheels within wheels, their rims covered in eyes. These celestial beings rotate, endlessly, moving in synchronization with the divine. These descriptions sound more like something from a cosmic horror story, than the comforting figures most people imagine. But what if there was another explanation? Are angels and UFOs connected? In 2022, U.S. Representative Tim Burchett made a bold statement in an interview. We need to consider the possibility that the angels, described in the Bible, were not divine spirits but something else entirely. Look at Ezekiel's vision of the flying wheels. What do they sound like to you? This remark ignited a wave of interest, prompting historians and researchers to revisit medieval artwork. What they found was astonishing. Paintings from the Renaissance and earlier depicted celestial events, yet some more strange, out-of-place details. 1350 AD, a fresco shows Jesus carrying the cross, but in the sky above, metallic, saucer-like objects shine down beams of light. 1486 AD, Carlo Crivelli's painting of the Virgin Mary features a floating disc, emitting rays of light. 17th century, a religious painting depicting Jesus with a semicircular craft hovering beneath his arms, flames pouring from its underside. Yuri's hands shook as she scrolled through the images. What had these artists truly seen? Were they depicting divine visions, or had they witnessed something more tangible, something inexplicable? She widened her search. The Bible frequently described angelic visitations accompanied by blinding lights, fire descending from the heavens, and spinning wheels. The similarities were undeniable. Was it possible that these biblical accounts were not describing celestial beings, in a purely spiritual sense, but rather encounters with something extraterrestrial? The unanswered question. Yuri exhaled shakily. Everything she had ever believed about angels had been shattered. If the biblical descriptions were accurate, then these beings, whatever they truly were, did not operate by human standards. They were beyond our understanding, beyond our comprehension. Perhaps they were divine messengers. Perhaps they were visitors from beyond the stars. One thing was certain, we still do not know the truth about angels. She clutched her phone tightly, ready to continue searching, but before she could type, a strange sensation washed over her. A flicker of light reflected against her window. It wasn't the moon. Yuri hesitated. Her pulse quickened as she stepped closer, gripping the curtain. Slowly, she pulled it aside and looked up at the sky. Something was there. She swallowed hard. It wasn't a plane. It wasn't a satellite. It moved slowly, deliberately, pulsing with a strange, rhythmic glow. A shape loomed against the darkness, shifting ever so slightly, as though observing. Her mind raced. Was this merely coincidence? Or had she just stumbled upon something she was never meant to know? Heart pounding, she backed away from the window. Her phone vibrated in her palm, a notification from an unknown number. One message appeared on the screen. Do not be afraid. She dropped the phone. The words were, unmistakably, the same phrase spoken by angels throughout the Bible. Was she being watched? A shadow passed over her window. The truth about angels was far more terrifying than she had ever imagined.